Hello, my wonderful spirit guides. Today I will be reacting to Sophie and her new album, Sophie. Feels like kind of trippy to say that, to be honest, because obviously Sophie sadly passed away a few years ago now, yet we are still getting content from her. And of course, this will probably be the last album we get ever, but I didn't expect to get an album at all. So actually, I feel like we're extremely lucky here. I did want to do a little bit of looking into it first before getting into it, because I know that her brother had something to do with it, but I just want to know a little bit more. Let's have a little look before we, fully begin. And also I said today I'm going to be reacting to Sophie, but actually it's tonight. I'm actually doing a nighttime reaction, which I never do. But I had to do it on release day. I was just too excited not to. I went to the gym earlier today. I go to the gym now. So be ready for me to be strong and buff, because it's going to be happening. Well, I can only hope. I'm just reading from Crack magazine here. So it says here, in an Instagram statement on a new handle, MSMSMSM Forever, Sophie's family said, when we, Sophie's family, took our first steps towards bringing this project to fruition, we contacted the dear friends with whom she envisioned the album. We wrote, we have been finding comfort in the music Sophie left us. It is a gift that we truly cherish as we try to find a way forward, with Sophie forever at the centre of our worlds. Sophie didn't often speak publicly of her private life, preferring to put everything she wanted to articulate in her music. It continued. It feels only right to share with the world the music she hoped to release, in the belief that we can all connect with her in this, the form she loved most. This album has always told the story of Sophie's musical journey, a cacophony of skill and creative vision eclipsing time and genre. Her unique sound world moves at an emotional level, encouraging the listener to intuitively embrace the ever-evolving landscape of light and dark, soft and hard, to the end of self-love and joyful self-acceptance. Yeah, and then it just says when the album will be announced, but obviously we are here. It says, in 2021, her brother and collaborator Ben Long announced his plans to posthumously, I don't know what that says, release some of Sophie's tracks, saying that there are literally hundreds of tracks that had not been heard by the public. The most important thing for us is doing right by Sophie, putting stuff out that Sophie was happy with and would want to be out. Okay, cool. So it's not like they're just releasing stuff that they think was cool. It's stuff that they believe she would be happy with, or maybe she even said that she was happy with it, A pioneer of modern pop, Sophie's use of bold synth sounds and left field sonics has left her fingerprints scattered across the contemporary music landscape. They are found in production collaborations with the likes of Charlie XCX, Shy Girl, and Arca. Her own solo music and the nascent hyperpop movement, while her use of technology and sonics to explore her gender identity was inspiration to many. Of course. Okay, I think that's all I really need to know. So I'm excited to get into it. It feels really strange. I don't know why. It's not like a bad strange. It's like I guess it's sad, isn't it? Like it's happy. I want to treat it as a happy thing. I don't want to be sad about it the whole time. I just want to enjoy it. I don't want to be thinking about her passing throughout. I want to just be enjoying the music that she created before her passing, when she wasn't even thinking about death or anything like that, I want to enjoy it that way. It's just one of those things, isn't it, where I don't know, it's almost like I'm scared to listen to it, because once I've heard it, then there is no more. But obviously I'll get to listen to this over and over again, and there is more in the grand scheme of things. Come on, got to look at it glass half full. If you'd like to see this video completely uncut, then please do become a patron. That really, truly, truly helps the channel so much, as most of my income comes from Patreon because of the copyright systems and stuff on YouTube with these types of videos. And it genuinely keeps me afloat. I wouldn't be able to do this without the patrons at all. And that is not me exaggerating. It's absolutely true. So yeah, thank you to all the current patrons, and thank you for becoming a patron if you do become one. Like I said, you'll be able to see this video entirely uncut, and you also get to see some exclusive content. I will be reacting to horror movies in October, so if you want to see me reacting to those horror movies, then do become a patron at the lowest tier. And also I make song request videos where I do a theme each month, and you give me songs under the theme, and then I make a big video with all the different reactions in it, time-stamped for your song requests and so on. So yeah, it's a good time. And like I said, the main thing is it just truly helps me out so much. But if you can't do that, don't worry, because I know that many of us are struggling. However, you can like, comment, subscribe, share the video. All those things are free. You can follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok, get some extra little bits and pieces over there. So yeah, do all that, and be happy. And I will be happy too. But here we are. It's time to do it. Stop faffing about. Because I haven't heard any of the singles or anything. I was going to, and then I didn't. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to wait for the album so I can do it all in one. Right, let's do it. First song is just the intro. However, it's a 4.5-minute intro, but it's called Intro in brackets, The Full Horror. That's interesting. The Full Horror, what does that mean? And very briefly before we start, this is the makeup look today. It looks a little faded in the black parts. I don't know. I guess it just did that. I did my makeup and then had to do a few things, and then, yeah, it's just kind of faded. But I don't know, it's still kind of good. And from a distance, like here, it looks really good. So kind of happy with it. I love the pink for sure with the black. I don't know. I like it. But I wanted to match the colours, and also my top. I wanted to match colours of the album. But anyway, let's do this. I'll put my glasses on now as well. I'll do that in a minute, actually. There's no lyrics in this one, by the looks of it. Well, it's definitely spooky. It's like a soundtrack to like the start of like a real spooky film, you know what I mean? Like when I had my eyes closed, I could really picture like empty streets, you know, and it's all like cold looking and desolate, and like just people like shutting their blinds and peeking their heads out and then shutting their blinds and locking their doors. Yeah, maybe that sounds a little cliche, but it's really there, like seeing like a swinging in the park with no one on it, like it's just emptiness. Oh, kind of sounds like dogs barking. That's interesting. Maybe like the sound of like coyotes or something in the distance. Oh, feels like they're getting closer. What an interesting intro, because it is so dark. Haunting, in fact. Maybe Sophie's haunting us. That's fine by me. Haunt away, girl. Nice. Quite like that, you know. It's crazy to think that was 4.5 minutes. Oh, it actually kind of weirdly went into raw, and sounds like it's going to pick up a little bit with rhythm and whatever. I find that interesting that it's the intro. There's something very, like I said, haunting about it, and a little like ominous and tense. But like I said, like the visuals I was getting was definitely like a cold sort of movie. Like, you know, when I thought of like the bits where they're shutting their blinds and locking the doors, I was like, why would they be doing that? And then I was like, oh yeah, because I'm viewing it from the road. I felt like I was the monster. Does that make sense? Like I felt like I was the monster walking down the road, or like the thing that was being feared. And I was walking through these streets as people were like hiding away. And, you know, there was a part of me that was like, I don't want to be the monster. But I was like, whoa, that's where my visual is. I can't help it. I'm the monster here. Or maybe I'm the monster. But yeah, no, I really liked that because it was actually weirdly like calming at the same time. Once you got into it and you're like, okay, yeah, I understand all the little bits that are happening, you kind of sink into it. And I was like, ooh, kind of like that. Right, but anyway, let's move on to Raw. I'm excited for this one. Feet, Josie.
Again every time I just get it and I goes in it right. Bitch, it on me and then you ain't no jokes. Spin some, lost it too. Yeah, right at my draw. I'm a need, sorry, but I don't.
Ooh, so dry. All of a sudden.
I will let, not miss flight. Bitches on me. Don't stop your roll.
Yeah.
You should see the rap stars all in my phone.
Oh, I like that.
Sorry, but I don't stand in line. How you hate when you follow my moves? Strippers, I pay for that school. Buy you blow for slinging that wood. Every time I just get it.
Still got that spooky kind of feeling.
Probably do it again every time.
The delay on the vocal is really cool. It's like a head spinner, you know? You're like, it's like they're circling you.
Because I get it wrong.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, and it ends like boom, boom, as it goes into Plunging Asymptote. Asymptote. I don't know what the fuck that says. But anyway, yeah, that was cool. It was like kind of simplistic production there because it was like a rap song. But I say simplistic, but that doesn't mean it lacks quality. It had so much quality, especially like the rhythmic moments are it feels like a gun loading up a little bit, and a boom, boom, boom. Just feels like stomping. It has such an intimidating sort of energy, like a very like a dominant energy. And also the dun, dun, but it went a little bit like the notes kind of felt a little off, like maybe a semitone off, giving it a little bit of freaky as well. And actually the sound went very well, like the actual like tones of the sound went well with the intro song. It had that real bulky, whiffy space, and like I was saying with the rapping and the delay was so cool, but then it would go super dry and it would feel like it you know, it would change dimensions and like, oh yeah, that was so good. But anyway, moving on. Plunging Asymptote. Symptote. I don't know what that says. Feat Juliana Huxtable.
Plunging Asymptote.
Asymptote.
More torturous than silence.
Ooh.
Plunging Asymptote.
Ooh, Asymptote.
Plunging Asymptote. Against a white noise more torturous than silence.
Oh my god, it's also freaky. But I love that. I mean, I really love that. And October's coming. Ugh. They are such Sophie textures. Like bees buzzing. Wasps even. I love those like alien sounds. That's such a Sophie sound. Yeah. Do you know what it reminds me of? It's like sticking like one of those rubber bath toys to like a bath and then ripping it off.
Against a white noise more torturous than silence.
I want to know what asymptote is. I'll try and decipher that after.
Plunging Asymptote.
Woo,
Plunging
woo, woo.
Asymptote.
It's like a boing, oing, oing. She has so much fun.
Plunging Asymptote. Against a white noise more torturous than silence. Plunging Asymptote. Against a white noise more torturous than silence.
That sounds like placing walls in The Sims.
Plunging Asymptote.
Sophie's sounds like always spark intense imagery.
Plunging Asymptote. Plunging Asymptote. Against a white noise more torturous than silence. Plunging Asymptote. Plunging Asymptote.
That was so cool. I love that. What's she saying? She's saying plunging asymptote, or was she saying conjuring? It sounded like she said conjuring at some point. Conjuring asymptote against a white noise more torturous than silence. Something about that feels really like scary, but like cool at the same time. It's like we're trying to like fight ourselves away from like listening to something torturous. Like, yeah, it feels very like, yeah, we're here to like battle against it. Maybe something like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm being crazy. But when I looked up asymptote, I started reading when I was listening. And I was like, no. That does not make sense to me. I don't know anything. It just basically says, in an analytic geometry, an asymptote of a curve is a line such that the distance between the curve and the line approaches 0 as one or both of the x or y coordinates tends to infinity. Okay, like I just don't understand. I'm sorry. But I think it's like when a curved line meets the straight line and then they go together. Something like that, maybe? Yeah, an asymptote is a straight line that constantly approaches a given curve but does not meet at any infinite distance. In other words, asymptote is a line that a curve approaches as it moves towards infinity. The curves visit these asymptotes but never overtake them. Okay, so like it doesn't go over, but they meet, maybe. I don't know. I don't bloody know. Plunging asymptote. Me trying to like do it like this. Against white noise. More torturous. What was it? More torturous than... What did she say again? Right, let me just look at the lyrics. Plunging asymptote against a white noise more torturous than silence. Yes. They're like coming together to like fight against silence? Or is that just too crazy? Maybe I'll click it. Maybe someone has said something interesting. They are both direct quotes from Juliana Huxtable's. Okay, so this was like a sample. Libretto for Xavier Charles' performance art / dance piece Buffer. Oh, okay. I've not seen that or anything, so yeah. It says a spacey yet familiarly, I could never say that word, familiarly jarring, how do you say that? Familiarly, a spacey yet familiarly jarring track. It was released as the lead single from the Trip Records compilation Locust Era on December 5th, 2018. So it has been released before. I've never heard it. Well, if you think about it, I've only heard what you've seen me hear, if you know what I mean. That was really cool, though. That one was like the first one. Well, I heard Sophieisms in the other ones, but that was the first one, but it was like obvious Sophieisms. But you know what I mean? Like there was like obvious sounds in there. That was so Sophie. That was so cool. Okay, so I went to the bathroom and then I went to the kitchen and may or may not have put myself in a slightly altered state. Yes, I won't go any further, but I just thought with this type of music and the visuals going crazy, I'm just in an area where I feel like I can embrace it even more. Let's just say I'm California sober right now. Let's do the next song. The next song is called The Dome's Protection featuring Nina Kraviz. Okay. Oh, this one is 7.5 minutes. I'm very excited to hear what it's going to bring.
Unpredictable reality.
Yes. Oh, I love that it's called The Dome's Protection.
Has become the algorithm that is able to solve a whole series of questions in a single manner. All series of questions in a single movement. It's a rule of transformations that allows you to move from one chain of symbols to another. Look at all the cardinal points
feel like I'm in a trance. Pretty cold.
The future is discovered at the turn of each pathway.
Oh, whoops.
With invisible dimensions.
Cozy.
The future is discovered.
Wow.
Spheres and lines with invisible dimensions. Humans have a unique ability for abstract thinking, paired with a unique affinity for the past. After all, lived reality is always a construction of the imagination.
Getting philosophical. So beautiful, though. The synths really feel like long, deep breaths.
My voice is free falling.
Oh. Ooh. Wow, that noise. It was slightly more lifted. Yeah, ooh.
Let's go.
Let's go where?
Let's
go where?
Go. Stop.
Ooh. Feels like it's, instead of going like in front of me like this, feels like it's kind of going like this now.
Circulates in another dimension. Passengers of another time dimensions disembark after long journeys. You are entering the dome's protection once again.
Cool.
You are entering the dome's protection once again. Once again. You are entering the dome's protection once again. The water now is vanished from your hand. Human consciousness flows like a stream. Consciousness is a very rare and precious thing. Let's go. Let's go. Look in front of you.
Wow. It really puts you in a trance-like state, doesn't it? It's almost like a meditation sound thing, you know? Like, I listen to those before I go to sleep sometimes, or while I'm asleep, you know? But yeah, it definitely felt like a very trance-like state. But it was interesting what she was saying. I actually want to look at the lyrics. The dome's protection. Unpredictable reality. Unpredictable reality. Unpredictable reality has become the algorithm that is able to solve a whole series of questions. That is able to solve a whole series of questions in a single manner, all series of questions in a single movement. It's a rule of transformations that allows you to move from one shed of symbols to another. Look at the cardinal points. The future is discovered at the turn of each pathway. Stairs and lines within visible dimensions. The future is discovered. Yeah, this isn't stuff I'm going to be able to understand fully without some explanation, but it's very like out of this world sort of feeling and futuristic feeling with like a quantum physics sort of vibe. Not that I know what quantum physics are. Hang on. What is quantum physics? Put simply, it's a physics that explains how everything works. The best description we have of the nature of the particles that make up matter and the forces with which they interact. Yeah, I knew it was something a little crazy like that. So, yeah, you know, it's just got like this strange scientifical, spiritual feeling. It was really, yeah, super interesting, actually. And yeah, very meditative. You know, like the first one was like this spooky horror feeling. And that one was more of like a comforting feeling, apart from when she's like, let's go, stop. It's like, oh, that's a bit freaky. And then when she says you're entering the dome's protection once again, it's like we're in a space of being able to understand the whole world or whatever, and then being back down in the dome's protection where we don't know it all, and maybe we even forget, and we return to human consciousness, which isn't accessing the entirety of our brain, but maybe up in this weird space we could see the future. We could see there was so much more, access to our brains. Obviously, that's just me going off of what it felt like. I don't know. But yeah, very cool. Right, next one is called Reason Why. And this is actually the one that came out as a single. And it's featuring Kim Petras and BC Kingdom. Let's go. Interesting how this already feels like a brighter song. Right, I'm saying this now because like the intro, like I said, it was like horror, and then that one just now felt like a very like trance, like kind of comforting, beautiful space. But after the intro, the songs that came after that, Raw and Plunging, they had like this spooky dark sound, whereas this now sounds like a bright sound, and that coming after the dome's protection, it's almost like it's telling a story. It's like we're in a very scary sort of like unknown area and then going back to somewhere safe, and this sound of this song, Reason Why, already has a safer sound to it. It's more brighter and sweeter. Interesting. Got such sore shoulders.
Everyone's walking around like a funeral. Everyone in love is a criminal. Our love so big, no minimal. And we're more in love every single day. Let me see your hands up if you're at the red. Everybody gotta get a little piece. Gay people like you, love people like me.
Ooh. Very like a basement door sort of sound. Trapdoor, Sorry. I was still thinking about that. The drums are just so cool.
It's my night, I'm doing what I want. Ain't nobody gonna tell me none. Keep it on a 101.
Oh, I love those like get sounds. They really sit nicely in the middle.
Getting money like a DJ. Wear it once and then I toss it out.
We're taking off. Oh, come on. That's so nice. We're really rolling with those drums. Tumbling. This little melody here is giving like Dress to Impress, Love Island, but Sophie-fied, So it sounds actually good, and it actually sounds really cool and really fresh and really fun and bubbly and cute. It's still shrouded in Sophie's ultimately darker sound. I love that a lot. Yeah, I love those tumbling drums. That was just a really, really cool song, actually. I know some people didn't really like it. Understandable. Some people, everyone has different tastes and whatever, and maybe it's just not what they were expecting. But I really liked that, actually. I think the fact that it did come in with those drums at the end, like especially, it made it even more cool, I'd have to say. And also, when the drums came in the first place, it made the song even cooler. It really added so much more to it. Yeah, I liked that. I kind of liked that. I actually really liked that. Not kind of, I liked it. Right, okay, next one is called Live in My Truth, featuring BC Kingdom, same person from the group or duo, same artist from the first one, and Liz. Let's go. Ooh, that's That's cool. So trebly there. So hissy.
When the last time you let it all out? When the last time you screamed and shout? When the last time you had a night out? Partying with your friends on the cloud. So let me know if you're ready, baby. Sprinkle that confetti. Can we dance it up, get sweaty? We just gotta rock it steady.
I love the claps.
I just gotta have a party. Let's celebrate. You know wanna.
Notice how this song is also brighter. Woo!
When the last time you felt that rush? When the last time you said so what? Real Hollywood acted up. So let me know if you're ready, baby. Sprinkle that confetti. Can we dance it up, get sweaty? We just gotta rock it steady. I just wanna have a party. Take it up, think you're naughty.
This would have been cool on the Barbie movie. Yeah. I feel like the colours of the album cover has been so perfect throughout so far. I'm seeing a lot of like, oh, it's even like looks a bit like a night sky, the black as well. I didn't notice that. And there's like cracked glass with pink lasers. Yeah, it's all very, very fitting. Alright, that one was cool. I'm gonna let it run though. This is Why Lies, featuring the same people as the last one, BC Kingdom and Liz. Nice, the little vocal. I really like this one.
Just wanna party with my friends to the end of the world. Ain't immaterial boys and girls.
Yeah.
So please say that drama for your mama, your daddy, and your granny. I don't want a drama coming at me. I need a candy in the air, that's what I want. Candy in the air, that's what I want. Candy in the air, that's what I want. Be you.
Hyper pop perfection. She really did blend so much like bubblegum pop vibes with this hyper pop feel. It's a perfect concoction. I feel like this needs to be the musical Dress to Impress. Imagine making your little looks listening to this. Oh my god, you'd be slaying. You'd always get the podium.
Candy in the air, that's what I want. Candy in the air, that's what I want. Candy in the air, that's what I want.
So good. That snare. Bum ba dum bum 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 bum. It's like a ball falling down the stairs. things that I image and associate with the sounds. It's just what I see. I couldn't write it, you know what I mean? It's just there. Nice. Yeah, not a lot to say because I was saying stuff throughout. But I just like it. It is really cute. Like both those songs, like I said, the brighter energy after the dome's protection, it all makes sense. I wonder if there's going to be another moment of like, you know, like an end of chapter sort of feeling. And then we get hit with a newer sound. I don't know, but I really feel like that's kind of, it's like a storyline in some way. Yeah, I love all just like the like clouded, like muffled bom, 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 bom. And I mean that for every track. Yes, you'll obviously have the treble, like the vocals were total treble. Yeah, that's it. Like the vocals in both the last two songs were adding so much treble. And then like, obviously you also had like the closed cymbal, the tst, tst, which was so nice. And then like all the rest of it, like the bassy bits and like the rhythmic bits are so boom, boom. And it feels like it's underground, like in the basement, under the trap door, or like bouncing balls going down the stairs, like very like, you know, hollow, but like cloudy spheres. That's how I see it. It's so good. Okay, the next one is called Do You Want to Be Alive? Interesting name. And it's featuring Big Sister. Do I want to be alive? I don't know. Guess I'll find out. Oh. It just really hits. Sold
to me, I got it on sale at Dollar Tree. My pussy's tight skin, snowflake white. You're grabby, I'm not putting up a fight. Daddy.
I'm sorry?
Can I ask you a question?
Using those Chicago stacks. That's what it sounds like. That's a it's like a sound texture, key texture on Logic.
Fucking vortex of my deviant mythology, an executive export of my translucent infinity.
Oh. Whoa. Ooh, it's like we're sloshing around in a tank. That's so cool. Tense. Ooh. Ooh. I feel like I'm trapped in this container. It's like, get me out. Banging, like, get me out. Hey! The tempo's going up a bit. Elegance. Yeah, this goes so hard. Love it. Wow. Tempo again. Elegance. So tense. Ooh, yes. Oh. Don't even know how to. I was like, hang on. Feels like I'm eating it. The way it pulls. You know, it had this real fast spinning and it felt like I was suddenly like eating all those beats and inhaling them. And what is this funkiness? Hey? Imagine if I broke out into a rap. Sorry, I just suddenly felt like, oh, I wish I could do that. Be like, yeah, I got elegance. Leave you all in a trance. Oh, okay, that sounds like it's going to be cool. Okay, so what I did want to say is, like, Do You Want to Be Alive and Elegance both had a similar feel too. So I feel like we are going, like, it's almost like two songs, like, obviously with the little, like, ones that I felt like chapter closers, but I weirdly felt like Do You Want to Be Alive was like a new chapter anyway, like one of the instrumental kind of songs, you know what I mean? Obviously the Dome's Protection had speaking on it, and I felt like Do You Want to Be Alive also had that whole feeling to it a little bit. The vibe to me has got like a haunting feeling, but still like a party feeling. It's almost like a blend of the horror and what we got after that, the sort of bubblegum pop, hyper pop. It's more just like a, you know, just like a dark club sort of feeling. Yeah, I just really like it. It's beautiful and so fun. Okay, next one is called Berlin Nightmare. Ooh, spooky. Feet Evita Manji. Also, actually, before I forget, when I go back to the start of the song and I play, yeah, it's like, and because it like the end of the song, of the end of the last song goes into it, but only very slightly. And it's like, it's the album should tell you, don't pause after the songs. You just shouldn't, because these aren't meant to be played in single sort of fashion. This is always meant to be played the whole way through. That's why they haven't really given too much of a shit of about the transitions, because it's like, no, we don't care. Like if it starts with a little or a boo or whatever, because you're not meant to pause the song. You're meant to just listen to it the whole way through. It kind of feels like that, and it's cool. I like that. Oh, I can't believe how much pain I'm in. I feel like I've done something earlier, maybe in the gym. Wow. I love those slicing, you know, more like squash trebly sounds. Oh, I just want to be stood up for this. I didn't know if I should stand. I started this album sat down. Sorry, I had to pause it. I'm sorry. But I started this album sat down because I was like, you know, I just didn't know what it was going to bring. And there's been so many songs that I wish I was stood up for. But, you know, I'm kind of all set up now. and well, I could easily stand up, but then what if the next song is not worth it? As in, like, not worth standing up for. Yeah, if I could dance in my seat and still have fun, can't I? But I'm going back a bit. I was saying I love the Finn sounds with the more bulky, growly, bassy synth sounds.
Willkommen aus Deutschland, honey.
Oh, I wonder if she'll bring in a high synth. Descending. Dee, 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 dee. Something like that, you know? Dee, 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 dee. Ooh, that's interesting. It's like a bird chirping. But it's also like a little pump. Like a perfume pump. Oh, the tension again. I love it. Her tension always literally makes you want to hold your breath, you know? It's so cutting, like soaring, but like fast. I don't know. Maybe like a laser. Yeah.
Willkommen aus Deutschland, honey.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you know, I was just thinking about how, like, you know, I was thinking it could come in with a do, 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 do. But I was like, you know what? That would be, I thought of it so easily. It's a cliche, you know, like maybe that was too much of a cliche sort of thought, like it's too obvious to do something like that. So she adds those little pump sounds instead that do give it a lift, as in like makes it more, like gives it an, you know, height, an extra level. Especially in my brain, I definitely see like lower sounds down here, and you know, I do see the sounds in order. It's not like I'm ever going to see a bass floating up here unless it's higher than the rest of it, you know, or like, you know, tonally or notally tonally or notally. So yeah, so yeah. Whoa, Ricka rewind. Oh shit, what am I like? Right, yeah. Sorry. Just laughing at myself. It's a nighttime now. I come alive in the nighttime. In a club drinking Hennessy. Tell him I'm dead if you're calling me baby. Right, anyway. Yeah, I liked the little weird little sounds. They were interesting. And the way that like beat comes in, like, you know, and you're like, oof. And it feels so round and soft, but it hits hard. It's like kicking rather than like a slap or like a punch. It's like a kick. Yeah, like kicking like a hollow wooden thing. But no, it's not like that. No, it's too solid. It's far too solid. It doesn't feel hollow. It feels like, if I try to actually explain what I'm saying, it really is confusing. Okay, but let me just try. It's like a ball. I don't know why it's always balls. Bass and balls. It's always balls. But anyway, it's like a ball with like, say like flames, you know, above it. So like the ball is in the center and it's like weighing down the flame. So it's like the bottom of the flame and it goes into flames, but like the ball is down here. And the flames were like this, sort of like the album cover colours with bits of purple, like more like, you know, bluey side of purple as well. That was cool. Right, next one is called Gallop, featuring Evita Manji again. Let's go. Oh, that sound is weird. Oh, I like that. Whoa. I love that. twerk up a storm to this. Fire alarm needs changing batteries. Oh my god. Oh, this is trippy. Feels like I've just stepped outside and breathed in like some cold, fresh air. So expansive. And it's expanding at a rapid rate. It's just so... It's anxiety-inducing though. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, that one was actually crazy. And it was called Gallop. Oh, yeah, nice. Nice, yes. That was so... Actually, that one was really fucking trippy, though. Like, that one made me feel like I was on mushrooms or something. Like, it actually did. It made me feel like I was in, like, a house at first. And it's like that really weird... whatever that sound was, that was like one of those ones where you're like, you know, you kind of hate it, but I love it in the song. And then, you know, it feels like we're indoors there, and as soon as it starts expanding like that, it literally feels like I've walked out the house and it's like breathing. But obviously with the synesthesia, I don't just, you know, feel and see like environments. I like, oh yeah, you know that because I've been talking about balls with flames on them. But anyway, it was like I was stepping outside, but it was like these trepids of like synths. Like yeah, well, I can't explain what a synth. Not like okay, like digital. Okay, digital trepids. They're like like that, like bursting out, and it's almost like it's trying to push the periphery. You know, so you can see like that, and then it's like. As all these like digital trepids. Is trepids even a fucking word? Is that what's a trepid? Why am I saying trepid? Have I just made that up? I feel like I've said that word before as well, but I think I'm thinking of a different word. Trepid is an adjective that means fearful, apprehensive, or trembling from fear. No, that's not what I mean. I mean like, you know, when you get like etching effect. Shrooms. Visual echoing. Oh, I don't know what it's called, but it doesn't matter. Maybe one of you guys can tell me. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean by the words I'm using, like echoing and stuff. It's like an echo of the visual, but it's sort of like synth, like not synth. Obviously, when I say like it is the synth, but obviously you can't see what I see a synth like. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm like I can't just explain it as synth because you don't know. That's what I'm trying to explain. All right. Anyway, it just felt like digital sort of echoes, with widening the periphery and the sky. It felt like I was vacuuming more of like my atmosphere in. Anyway. Hope that makes some more sort of sense. The next one is called One More Time, featuring Popstar. That's so interesting. Like throughout it feels like a low-grade tinnitus where it's like boop. Yeah, I can hear that. Ooh. I suppose it just has that muffled sound, doesn't it? You're kind of protected from the full sound. Like you're in another room or you've got some, you know, silencing headphones on, or not even silencing headphones, just like a pillow over your ears. But there is some distance to it too. Like it does feel like it's... God, I don't know. It's hard to explain. It reminds me of being at a festival with my earplugs in when I'm going to sleep. You can like feel the vibrations. That's kind of what it feels like. It feels like I'm feeling this song rather than hearing it as a vibration. Oh. That's cool. That's clever. So much more present.
One more time. One more time.
One more time.
One more time.
One more time. One more time. One more time.
One more time.
emotive. Oh, wow. It's kind of gothic too. Wow. That was cool. Okay. This one's called Exhilarate. And interesting because in those last couple, maybe, there was a lot, I think in the last couple, yeah, it felt like the tempo would like speed up. Or maybe the last few had that feeling actually. But like, yeah, it had like a lot of tempo speeding up and like slowing down, speeding up feeling. It had very like forward motion a lot of the time. And then now this one's called Exhilarate. All right, let's hear it. It's like we're getting charged up for the full exhilaration. Featuring BB Borelli. That's nice. Oh yeah, I just realised it doesn't say accelerate, it says exhilarate. I think I said exhilarate, but I was thinking accelerate. But sorry. So yeah, exhilarate, so like feeling exhilarated.
Spend all my moments.
Wait, let's go back a bit. Nice. Got that delay on the vocal again.
Testing my luck, or trying to be stable. Got my foot on the gas, got my foot on the gas.
The tracks just go together so well, but not all of Sophie's music sounds exactly like this. So it's kind of cool that they found like songs to go together for this album. Oh my God, I really do hope that they have more. We are so lucky to have this. Oh my God, we're so lucky.
Got my foot on the gas, got my foot on the gas. And I won't stop for no one. I won't stop for no one else. Spend all my days out trying to get by. Oh, sometimes it don't feel like I'm gonna survive. I got my foot on the gas, got my foot on the gas. I've been going way too fast for myself.
It's still about acceleration there.
I said take my time, got lost in the lines. And if it's got worse, then work on it. If it's got worse, then work on it. Yo, got my foot on the gas, got my foot on the gas.
Wow.
Way too fast for myself. I won't stop for no one else. Swiping on it.
That's so nice. These sounds are just so like, you know, like powerful and climactic, and yeah, it just makes me want to sit and appreciate this. I just want to appreciate all of this. Yeah, it makes me feel a little sentimental, I guess. Yeah, you know. It just feels like Sophie's here with us, you know? I can't help it. It just, it's just a nice feeling. And yeah, it's a bit emotional, but I didn't want to get emotional. And I'm not going to, but, well, I am already emotional, but I'm just saying I'm just going to try and, yeah. It just, don't know why, that song just made me really think about it. I think it is the chord progressions and so on. But yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think it's just the chord progressions and just like the singing. It had like this real like, and like, you know, don't go so fast, like you can slow down. Wait, let's actually look at the lyrics here. I don't know why, like I felt, you know, I started saying about, oh, how lucky we are. And then I was like, wait, I need to actually focus on the song. Like, you know, respect the song and pay attention to it. But I was saying about how lucky we are and like, all that, because the music felt like a moment to be like, it felt like a moment, you know, to say it. And then, you know, I tried to be like respectful and just listen to the song and like whatever and enjoyed it. But then, you know, still feeling that feeling of, oh no, but I just really do just feel so grateful and happy right now. The music was like pushing that into my soul. Let's have a look at it. I spend all my moments caught in the middle, up way too high or under the water, testing my luck or trying to be civil. I got my foot on the gas, I'd be going way too fast for myself. Mama said, take my time, got lost in the lies, and if it's got worth, then work on it. She said, take your time, don't change your mind. If it's got worth, then work on it. That's beautiful. It's like, yeah, I spend all my moments caught in the middle, testing my luck or trying to be civil, up way too high or under the water, test my luck or trying to be civil. It's so funny saying I spend my moments caught in the middle, because saying up way too high or under the water feel like there is no middle to that. But it's like saying she's caught in the middle of like a situation. You know, it's kind of like an oxymoron, I suppose. But then got my foot on the gas, I'd be going way too fast for myself. So like everything's moving too fast. I need to slow it down. And like her mama saying, take your time, don't change your mind. If it's got worth, then work on it. Like if it's worth it, work on it. Don't change your mind just because it's difficult. You can do it. You just got to put the work in. Exhilarate, swerving on them. Because exhilarate means elate, intoxicate, excite, but it really feels like, you know, it's meaning accelerate at the same time. It's like a double meaning sort of feeling, because there's like a fast motion, you know, swerving on them, exhilarate. But maybe that's it. Like instead of accelerating, I'm just going to be exhilarated, swerving on them as like a double meaning of like, you know, kind of swerving on them, like swerving away from them, and like they can't catch me, they can't like get up to my level because I'm going to be swerving on them. I'm going to be at the top level and I'm going to be exhilarated, but I'm just going to take my time and then it will all come naturally. Spend all my days now trying to get by. Oh, sometimes I don't feel like I'm going to survive. Oh, yeah, she's just saying like she's just trying to survive all the time, not actually living. Yeah, up way too high, underwater, testing my luck, trying to be civil, all these different, like, either being risky or being safe, and, you know, feeling high above the clouds and feeling lower than low. It's definitely like she has, like, kind of, like, big emotional swings, or, like, she's a big feeler, and she just wants to slow down. Surviving like this, it's not really living. Yeah, that's interesting. Maybe it's to do with that. It could be something completely different, but I really like that. And it's interesting that those are all the words. And it was a moment for me in the song just to actually stop and appreciate what I was hearing. That's so cool. I did stop. I didn't want to accelerate. I wanted to, everything before that was like, felt like it was accelerating. That was one of saying actually slow down. That's so cool. These really do, it really does have like a interesting sort of, there are themes throughout the album is what I'm trying to say. Right, okay. Next one is called Always and Forever, featuring Hannah Diamond. I can't believe I've done my shoulder in. I don't think it was at a gym. I feel like I've done it at a random time earlier. Anyway. Another sort of like, I don't know, like hopeful sound here. Like that big emotion. Null sound. It just sounds so hopeful. And it's like a, don't be sad it's over. Be happy it happened at all. As we are nearing the end of the album. Always and forever. Always and forever. That's cool. Giving that true flying, ascending, transcending feeling.
Be shining together, and I say yes goodbye. You'll still be by my side, always, forever.
I could see a dove with blue butterfly wings. That was crazy, that little like higher sound with the vocal. It literally, like, the sky lit like up like a blue, and it was a dove with like big blue butterfly wings. That was cool. And weird.
Transcending time.
Oh. For me, I just feel like every pop girly should have had like a Sophie produced track on their albums. Because it is pop, but it's so manipulated in like an experimental way, of course. But like, I just feel like that would have been so cool. Like imagine like, I don't know, Sabrina Carpenter. I've not even heard her album, but imagine like her having like one song on the album that was just produced by Sophie. Like that would be so cool. Imagine Taylor Swift with a Sophie produced track. I mean, Beyonce had A.G. Cook, which is awesome. It's just so, I love it. Okay, next one is called My Forever with Cecile Believe. And I'm sure Cecile Believe has been on quite a few of Sophie's tracks that I have actually heard. I'm sure. Right, anyway, let's hear it. We're dressing to impress again, guys. Dressing to slay. Care about you. Really pleasant. Next to me. Oh. Some moments I feel like, you know, can't help but feel like they're singing to Sophie as well. And in the Hannah Diamond one too. I love how the Hannah Diamond one was called Always and Forever, and this is My Forever. Again, just like the themes. My forever. Also, I know like these songs are probably about, you know, lovers or whatever, but it, you know, in the context of everything, it just kind of, I just feel like she's singing Sophie in some parts. My forever. Yeah. My forever. My forever. You'll always be my forever, baby. My forever. You'll always be my forever. My forever, baby. My forever, baby. Oh, it's beautiful. But you know what I mean? It just like the Always and Forever I was thinking of Sophie, because it's like sometimes I want to be able to fly and transcend, and like I just imagine, I know these are probably like the vocals on that was recorded ages ago, but I'm just saying, like, you know, putting it into the context of what I feel and maybe why the tracks are placed there or in the album anyway. It really does have this kind of feeling where it feels like they could be singing to Sophie, like "You'll always be my forever," or like "Always and forever." It's all very emotional and forever. Just the word forever. Sophie will be remembered forever. This music will be here forever. Sophie is here forever. No one really goes because they live on in your memory. What was it that I heard the other day? Oscar said it on Just Trish podcast. He said, grief is just love persevering. I think that was it. The line, what is grief if not love? What is grief if not love persevering? And what's it from? It's from the Disney Plus show WandaVision and conveys the idea that grief is a form of enduring love. The line is said by Vision and has become a defining moment in the series for fans. So I've never seen the show, but I heard Oscar say it on Just Trish. And I was like, wow, that is a really beautiful thing. I really like that, because that is kind of what grief is. And it's not the only thing that grief is, but, you don't really grieve something you don't love, but you do grieve what you love or care about. And it really is because the love is still there, but you've got no one, there's no physical form to give it to for them to take. So your love just sits in this kind of bubble. Keeping that bubble of love, even though it can be painful, it's okay. It's okay to feel that pain, because then we get to hear music like this and feel close to who we love, which is Sophie. We get to feel closer to Sophie by hearing it. And of course we felt close to her. We feel close to her when we listen to all our other tracks, but now we've got a little bit extra. And knowing that this whole thing was made with love from her brother and, close people, it really adds a beautiful, just an extra level of love. Yeah, but it's the last one now, and it's featuring Doss, and I quite liked Doss on the Lady Gaga remix album Dawn of Chromatica, so I'm interested to hear this. But it's the last one, and it is kind of sad. But don't be sad about it ending, just be happy it happened, and I can go back to this album whenever I want now. But yeah, let's do this. Love Me Off Earth. Okay. It's like a cat going meow, 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 meow. Ooh, that descending sound with that heavy hitting kick. We are ending on a bang. Ooh, we're going down again. Ooh.
What is it worth to love me on earth? Defying logic and time. Love me off earth.
Oh my god. Yes. Oh god, it's beautiful. I love it. The echo.
What is it worth to love me on earth? Defying logic and time. Love me off earth.
Fun, catchy. Sophie is having her say. She's like, I like it, but I think we need to add a little bit of this. Let them know that Sophie has arrived. It really did feel like the first bit was Doss and this bit is Sophie. I kind of like the words for this as well. Again, kind of relating to the situation of Sophie, Don't worry about loving me on Earth. It's much cooler to love me off Earth. Oh, the type of love that just defies, gravity or whatever they were saying. I can't remember now. Defies logic. It kind of makes me laugh. It's kind of being like, well, saying that you love me more than the whole world isn't really that much. I want you to love me in a way that you can't really love me on earth. I want you to love me in a way that defies logic. Like, that's so cool. Oh, that's a great ending song for that as well. Wow, what a journey we went on. Such a journey. And like, I just can't believe that like the themes were so great and cohesive and really did feel like moments. You know, it's an album, but it felt like a journey. Well, it was a journey. It was great. Right, let's go through the track list quickly, and I'll just say what I liked, very brief synopsis. So we had the intro, which was very horror actually. So random when you think back to it now, because where we left wasn't very horror at all. It was very like nice and like sweet and loving and warm, but this is horror, and it was freaky and interesting and ominous. I loved it though. Then we had Raw, which was like a rap song, but with like Sophie's twist on the sort of the vibe. I love this actually. That's so fun. Then we had Plunging Asymptote, which was spooky actually and dark and like again, menacing and ominous. Yeah. Then we had the Dome's Protection, which put you in like a very trance-like state that felt very peaceful, but obviously it also had like the stop now sort of thing, adding that bit of tension still. Then we had Reason Why, which was suddenly like this more poppy sound with Kim Petras. And it's suddenly all like, woo, yeah, party time. Same with Living My Truth. Again, like so bright and bubbly and like, yeah, here we go. Then Why Lies, another one like that. It's just so cute and sweet. Then Do You Want to Be Alive, which again, I feel like was turning into a new chapter. And it's, got this like sort of forward motion. No, not the forward motion, was it? No, this was like the, well, it's still got a forward motion, but yeah, it's just like that darker, more like voguey. Yeah, maybe a bit voguey. And then we get Elegance, which kind of makes sense, but then this one had the crazy tempo changes. And like the tempo changes for sure. Yeah, sorry, just trying to remember it all. Then we had Berlin Nightmare. Oh, so good, just such like fun, dancey, clubby sounds as well, but with those tempo switch ups and like sort of anxiety inducing. Then we had Gallop, which had the galloping forward sort of sounds. So yeah, a lot of acceleration here. Then we had One More Time, which was maybe like another marker of an end of a chapter actually. Yeah, definitely another marker. Oh yeah, and it had that like really cool gothic-y piano-y sound. But maybe that is like leading into the more hopeful sounds we get next. Even though it sounds dark, it's still like these beautiful, bright keys. They're not even bright, they're just like, they kind of sing. They're very like, they're glistening. Yeah, and then we move into Exhilarate, which forces us to kind of stop and think and feel. Then Always and Forever, which is that very like sad, but it's beautiful. Again, with My Forever, having a very sad but beautiful feeling. Very just big emotions and hopeful. And yeah. The last two, like the Always and Forever and My Forever have like this there is hope in them. Same with Exhilarate actually. And then Love Me Off Earth is just like a really fun one to end it with, and it really does like hit hard. And then like the second half having so much like Sophie like stuff going on, it was like really like, okay, Sophie doing her stuff and then being like, okay, end of the album. But yeah, that was cool. Oh, I loved it so much. Sorry if that synopsis was a bit confusing. I was just trying to remember all the details of every song. No, I loved it. I really, really loved it. I enjoyed this experience so much. And, at the start I said I don't want to make it about like her death and so on, but it's a little hard not to, and especially when you have songs that feel like they're kind of forcing you, not forcing, but inviting you to just maybe have a moment of just feeling it. It's like a hug. It's like a big hug and being like, it's okay, we all miss her. It's so beautiful. Yeah, I loved it. Tell me what your favourite songs were, or like, what you feel about the album in general. And, I really do hope that we get some more at some point, because I think, what I read at the start, I said there's like hundreds and I want to hear more. But I just feel very lucky that we got to have this, and, it's good enough. Wow. I'm just so happy that she had so much music to still keep going. and keep us going. And it's just so lovely. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Do let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. Do become a patron if you can. That would help so much. And yeah, I shall see you next time. Bye.